Okay, so I'm in Southampton campus right now. I'm literally just walking off it. Southampton Uni campus. The time is 006, so 6 past midnight. Shit, okay, I need to get the camera right this time because the Bangkok video was shit. Anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. How do I hold this shit? Okay, so this evening I sang Bittersweet Symphony with 2 friends from uni, and I wanted to talk about the song because recently, over the past week and a bit, I've come to realise that it's a great song to live your life by, and it involves a music video as well. So in the music video, I've forgotten the singer's name, it's left me, but the guy walks through Shoreditch, which is an area of London. I think it's Haxon Street, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but he's walking through Haxon Street, and as he's doing so, he's not moving out the way of anyone. If people move out the way, fine. If they don't, he doesn't move either. And in the video, he is walking in this way, which means he gets to interact with all these different types of people, right? And all of them react differently, all of them. And that is the very important point about it, because no matter what you say to everybody, it could be the same thing. Everyone's going to react differently because everyone's personality is different. And anyone who tries to tell you that a specific thing will work on a specific person is completely wrong. You can say that something's more likely to happen, of course, but you can never be certain. And what this song does is it reminds you that if you want to live your life in a vulnerable way, as in you live your life to how you want to live it and not how you want other people to see you live it. Let me break that down. That didn't make sense. So when you're not vulnerable, you come across as neurotic and needy, because when you do this, it implies that you're behaving to the whims of other people, right? To the whims of the people around you, the people looking at you, whatever. And it's disingenuous, unauthentic, and plain repulsive at some points. When you live your life, the more vulnerable you live your life, the more authentic you live your life, the better you're going to be able to connect with people, the better you're going to be liked by other people. Like, it's a paradox. People behave in ways so they're liked by certain people, when in fact, if they just did what they wanted to do, it would serve that purpose. Now, you can slip into narcissism very easily with this mindset. So, this is what I'd do if you were to adopt this mindset. You want to live your life true to yourself. You want to like the things you like, do the things you like to do because you like doing them. And your self-esteem should be high enough, should be strong enough that whenever your actions, your doing, or what you say gets put into question, you can fall back on a strong self-esteem. Not an egotistical one, not a narcissistic one that's healthy, one you can rely on, one that's based on values like kindness, compassion, courage, bravery. Oh, I could list as many things. So the way you don't go into narcissism with this is by making sure that you still are aware of what other people want. Not serving what other people want, but being aware. Because if you go too far with this mindset, you just become plain narcissistic. And the only people you're going to attract when you're a narcissist is other narcissistic people. So unless you want to be surrounded by narcissistic people, don't be a narcissist. Just be a person who lives by their values on their terms, and don't go too far with that. Don't just disregard everything else in life, like your family, your friends, your social circle, whatever. Anyway, back to the song. So the song represents that what you do in life will be reacted differently by other people, no matter what you do. One thing you do to one person could elicit a completely different reaction in another. So how else does the song provide a great foundation for life? Well, in the lyrics, it is very self-aware about what it actually means to be alive. And it acknowledges the fact that, at least in what I think, from what I've interpreted from the song, it acknowledges the fact that actually in the grand scheme of things, everything we do in the present moment, in the past and the future is ultimately futile. Why? Because, like, not to put a nihilistic spin on it, but we're all gonna be gone one day and the universe is gonna collapse on itself or whatever the scientific literature states. Now, dwelling on that idea, yeah, it can bring nihilistic tendencies, but being aware of it in the background gives life more of a appreciative side to it, because it's not like everything is given to you, or it's not like you take things for granted, because you know your days are limited and you know one day you're going to be different, and one day you're not going to be one day. In the chorus of the song, it says I can't change, but what I interpret from that is rather that I won't change. I'll wait a second for these people to go past. But yeah. Just wait.
We express what we're doing.
Nerds. I'm joking. No, I'm sober right now. Actually, nights out have been funner than usual sober. Anyway, yeah, the song chorus is like, I can't change. I interpret that as, I can't change, but that's okay. And take it or leave it, that's who I am. Now, this vulnerability, which I've been talking about, how have I been implementing it? And also, okay, last note on the song, this is very sporadic. Last thing on the song, it's a great song as well. If it wasn't a good sounding song, no one would give a fuck. So he could do the video, he could do the lyrics, whatever. But the melody, fucking hell, sampled from the Beatles, I think. Anyway, how am I being more vulnerable in life? Well, I sang the very song, Bittersweet Symphony, on Monday, karaoke. There weren't many people there, but I didn't give a fuck. On Thursday, blue lights, just an ambulance. On Thursday, after I'm walking just now, about 10 minutes ago, I did the same song again. Wasn't as good because the mic was broken, but that's the whole point. You're still doing the shit. And although it wasn't as good as you thought it'd be, whatever, bro, it's fine. I've been moving more loose, just having a bit more fun. And the way you do that is by being more vulnerable. I'm sharing my regrets, my pains, not trauma dumping, but humans have this tendency to open up to other people who've opened up to them. That's simply it. It's not manipulation, it's not anything Machiavellian or, what's the word? Like evil, basically. It's just, if you're vulnerable with someone, they're going to reciprocate because they feel like, yeah, they just feel more comfortable. There's also other stuff. Oh yeah, I did a dance battle on Wednesday, completely sober again. I could post a video on YouTube if you guys want to. I mean, I'll be surprised if you're watching this far anyway. But yeah, that is the state of affairs right now. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. and I'm heading to the club right now. Shout out to Jesters, Clowns and Jesters nightclub, and across the road there. Alright. I'm about to hit Portswood High Street. I'm gonna put my phone away now because I'm too embarrassed. But I thought you were gonna be vulnerable, Ben. Shut up. Oh, actually, should I just keep talking? As an exercise, actually, yeah, fuck it. As an exercise, I'm gonna keep walking down Portswood like this. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? And I'll just talk about random shit. Yeah, that's the exercise. That's me being vulnerable. Okay. So, what do I talk about? Mind is blank as when I'm in you know what situation. Time is 0:16. So I'm just on the high street. I walked past two other people just then, and they did laugh at me, right? It's probably because they think I'm drunk as fuck, because what I'm doing right now is a bit weird, it's a bit outlandish, but just because they reacted like that isn't immediately a bad thing. So I felt a little bit of shame when I did that. And shame is a good thing in some respects, but it's also it's quite chaining, if you will. So yeah, God, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I'm still gonna do it though. It's got to be done. Anyway, yeah, their reaction is whatever. It could have been good. It probably just looks a bit weird, but that's okay. It's just part of the thing. Yeah. I'll take you down the old been down. See, I'm holding the camera weird because I'm embarrassed a bit. Holding the camera weird still. Anyway, who gives a fuck? Who literally gives a fuck? I'm gonna be like in 5 years looking back on this moment where I was not wanting to do this, but I still did it anyway. And it's the whole point of vulnerability. I don't give a fuck. I'm walking down Portswood High Street. Literally don't give a fuck. And it's not about not giving a fuck, it's just doing shit you don't want to do usually. There are some things in life which are shameful, which shouldn't be, or look shameful. I mean, is this even shameful? I don't even know. Still sober, by the way, if you still believe me. But yeah, anyway, I've done the exercise now. I'm basically at the end of Portswood High Street. But yeah, that was just the exercise. I'm happy I did it. Anyway, off to the club right now. Thanks for watching. Hope this video's landscape. I remembered to do it landscape. Yeah. Life is interesting. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been over a year since those ones in the bedroom. By the way, for the record, my mental health wasn't good then, in retrospect. But yeah, anyway, that's it. See you later.